shot from D'Amore.
And if Tate had his hands up, a lot of those shots wouldn't get through, I promise you. Now the reflexes have slowed down a little bit, so it's time to, let your hands be a little more defensive.
We talked about the translation from kickboxing to boxing, Riley, and the bad habits of Tate presenting themselves.
But we've also talked about an 80-fight career, a 39-year-old man. Does he have the ability to reinvent himself so late in his career? And the answer is clearly no. If he's never fought with the high guard, if he's always fought this way, in the last moment of this round, he's not going to somehow summon those skills.
Meanwhile, Chase D'Amore, for the last several years, has only been dedicated to boxing. And yes, he is quite flawed, but clearly way better here in this ring.
You see Tate looking for the one shot of Chase D'Amore and kind of sliding off to the side, looking around the counter. I thought Chase would have a little more control in round 6 here based on how the fatigue of Andrew Tate in the last round, but he hasn't really been able to pull away in this round.
Final 30 seconds of our main event. Andrew Tate trying to produce a miracle.
Wrestling around there. Referee's letting that go on.
Final 20. Can D'Amore find another uppercut? Can Tate?
And he does! Huge uppercut lands clean, but Andrew Tate somehow wears it.
Tate's got an iron chin. Give him that.
Great chin by Andrew Tate.
Final 10 seconds. Chase D'Amore. Bringing it to the top G.
Incredible grit and determination from both of these fighters.
What a performance from Chase D'Amore. Nobody thought that he would survive a round with Andrew Tate, let alone taking the deep waters.
Wow, what a fantastic performance. The first 2 rounds, it was all Andrew Tate. But Chase D'Amore found where he could have success, took the fight where he needed it to be, and kept it there for the last 4 rounds, making this an incredibly close fight. A tough decision to call. We'll go to the judges and see who wins.
Definitely made it difficult, but at the same time, I would have liked to see Chase, instead of just pushing, land some clean shots on the inside, instead of just, pushing and pushing and pushing. Good performance by Chase as far as making the fight close, but I feel like, technique-wise, he's got a lot more to take.
Completely. There's some bad habits that have crystallized for Chase D'Amore.
Yes.
Separating and finding space has never been a strong suit of his, but to be honest, it worked out in some way, shape, or form because he was wearing on Tate all fight long, sapping the energy from the Cobra and delivering some venom of his own. What an unprecedented performance from Chase D'Amore. If you didn't know, now you know. But again, close fight, right? Tate controlled the early frames. D'Amore took over big in the late frames.
Tate for sure won the first 2 rounds. So if you gave him one of the other 4 rounds, it's going to be a draw, in my opinion. So, look, Chase was very game. He was aggressive. And, the ref only let him fight in there. So they really pushed around a lot. That was an advantage for Chase D'Amore, because he's a lot bigger guy.
For those that thought there was maybe some predetermined nature to this, you got your answer in full fashion through 6 rounds of heavyweight boxing. And the crossover sets.